Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, we've made it back to the workshop. If you haven't seen the video before this, we had a problem with the truck on a lane. We think we had a small electrical fire, but I couldn't find it. And we still drove the truck back. We made sure nothing was on fire or anything like that. But we've dropped out of the middle of a trip that we were doing to come back to the workshop. So it's actually the next day now, and I don't know, you probably can't hear the rain outside. It's absolutely hammering it down. It was quite nice to sleep in our own bed last night. But I'm going to crawl under the truck. I'm going to pull out everything in the wire, all the wiring basically. I've got to check the lot. I've got from the fuse box to the battery box to the wiring loom on the bulkhead. I couldn't see anything, but I saw some smoke in the truck and it was definitely coming up through the floor, so I'm wondering if it's something underneath the truck has shorted, but at least it didn't burst into flame. But then again, it was that wet, we could have just driven it into a deep puddle and put it out. But I'm going to start with the battery box and we're going to inspect that. If it ever stops raining, I also need to clean the truck, but I thought I was going to jet wash it, but I thought lying under the truck while it's dripping on me is probably not a good idea. So let's start with the battery box, fuse box, wiring loom on the bulkhead, and then we'll get underneath. And we also need to fix the handbrake. That's stopped working too. Other than that, truck ran fine. But if you've seen the previous video as well, I have now made the decision to put an M57 engine in this. I put a post out on the channel about it to see if that's something you actually want to see. And I literally did that half an hour ago, so I don't know if you actually want to see it, but we are going to do it. This truck is going to have an M57 and a 6-speed auto. I love the 300s, they're bulletproof, there's no electronics, there's nothing with them. They're just so damn slow. It really is, they are so slow. There's no, I mean, on flat ground, this will now do 60, I've pushed it up to 70 mile an hour, and it's quite happy doing that. It doesn't get hot, it does all the things it should do, but as soon as it hits a bank, it's like, down the box, down the box, down the box, down. There's no torque in the engines, they are not torque monsters, and she is an aerodynamic brick, isn't she? So, we are going for the M57, but we're going back out on the Monday. No, we're actually going back out on Saturday. It's Thursday today, so yeah, a couple of days we're back out, so I need to fix this for now. But I really don't know what the problem is. Battery box. Right, battery box. I did have a look at this when we were on the lane. If you've seen the video, I think we actually need a new crank battery as well, because the voltage is down on it, but it's still starting the truck okay, so for now not too worried about it. Well, there's nothing burnt in here. These wires go off to the inverter, and they're all, I know when I put those in they were all properly insulated. Those ones run the split charging, and that's working. The isolator for the winch is disconnected anyway. That is for the control panel in the back of the truck. And that wire's not burnt, that's fine. The last time we've had an electrical fire on this truck before, and it was this wire. But it was actually the fuse holder that it had melted and caught fire. So this is actually the proper one for the electric fans we've got. This is from the company, so hopefully that's rated for that. That one runs, that's the fuse for the fridge, that's the fuse for the oven, and there's no issue in there. Everything's good, there's nothing burnt. Like I said, I looked across and there was smoke over this side of the truck. This, can you actually see that on the camera? Yes, you can. This one, that just comes in to feed. That actually comes from the fuse box up there. It's fused up there, so all it does is feed the radio in here that we never use. We've never used that radio, so it's in there. It's pretty pointless. Might as well pull it out because it doesn't do anything. Yeah, right. Main fuse box. I've just given this good checking over off camera, and there's nothing. This wiring loom has been on fire before. Prior to me owning the truck, somebody's already repaired it once. So it has had an electrical fire before. But there's nothing like obvious here. There's nothing shorted. And I think I would have thought if it had been in that main fuse box, it would have just gone up. It's I still think it's under the truck. So I think, well, as we could smell it so badly inside, I don't think it's on the bulkhead. I think I'm just going to go straight under the truck. Hopefully I can find something, and if I can't, it's kind of disturbing what the hell was going on. I've got to get under there to fix the handbrake anyway. I don't know. I've been through all of the wiring loom now and I can't find anything that's burnt. And we definitely weren't imagining the smell of burning. And that's Jim ringing me, so I'll be back in a second, guys. Right, I'm at a complete loss, guys. I've been through all the wiring. There's nothing burnt. The only thing is that the handbrake, I've adjusted the handbrake and I've had to take up, and I mean when I say a lot now, I've had to take up loads on the handbrake. So I just spoke to Jim, as you saw, he just rang me, and he says, was it the handbrake burning? Was it that? Was one of the, because I've got the disc brake on this, not the drum brake. He said, was it just binding? Well, obviously yes, because I've had to take up probably about that much of the cable. So it's loads. So has it just been the one side of the disc, well, the one side that you can see, because obviously the back side you can't, not clearly, is definitely blued, and the disc is definitely scored. So even though you hadn't gone far, was it binding, and was that what we were smelling? Was the handbrake burning, not wiring? So it didn't smell like handbrake. I know what brakes smell like, and it didn't smell like brake, but who knows? That's the only thing that's well out of whack is the handbrake. So I'm going to call it up to a, I don't bloody know. It's one of them, it's a Land Rover thing. But the other thing is there's a load of oil all over the top of the engine. I've checked all around the engine hasn't got any oil leaks. It's still that oil cap is leaking, I think. I'll get the camera, I'll show you. Let me climb up here. Still got oil all down here. It's leaking through the cap. For some reason that cap is leaking, but if I take this off, you can see there's oil all down there, but not as much as I thought there would be. I'll leave that down there for now. Yep, there's definitely oil down there. There's oil down there, and there's oil all down the side of the engine. And it's blown backwards. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to grab the oil cap. That isn't very tight. It feels like it's locking though. But that is the only place this oil could have come from. I'll check these bolts as well, just give them a nip. But I think I'll just get the oil cap off the other truck. Because the rest of the engine's bone dry. All the places where you would think it would be leaking aren't, and maybe a little bit from the oil separator, but not much. I haven't lost much oil, I know that. No, still on full. So we haven't lost much. It isn't a lot of oil, it's just made everything oily and messy. So what I'll do is I'll change that out in the morning, and we'll give this pressure wash when it stops raining tomorrow, and see if that cures it. But I don't care now, this engine's coming out. It's for a change, it's coming out again. Right, I'm going to give this a clean in the morning when I've got some degreaser. There'll be some delivered tomorrow. I've swapped the oil cap over, and there's the one I took off. And you see how much oil there is round that. But if you have a look on the back of, I don't know if you're going to actually be able to see this on camera, but you can actually see where the oil's been leaking round that filler cap and blowing that way. Yeah, you can see the shininess. So yeah, the oil leak is definitely the cap. This one seems no tighter than the other one, but I'll swap them over for now, and I'll have a look if I can change the rubber seal in it. I don't know, guys. Like I say, this is getting replaced with an M57. I won't have these problems anymore. I'll have other problems. I'll have BMW problems, which could be worse. But for now, I'm going to get this jet washed off and give the truck a quick clean. It's still raining, by the way. It's still miserable. But yeah, you can see, let me get the camera in for you. You see where the oil has been running down the sides and blowing across the top of the engine while we've been driving along. So it's all come from that cap. Weird. It's never happened before. That's it. I'll go get the jet wash set up, we'll give this a clean, and then that's the end of this video. But we are going out again tomorrow. We're going to do another trip video. So we don't know where we're going. Been invited to the Overland show, so I might go to the Overland show over the weekend. Not sure about that. And then we're just going to wing it again, see where we end up. So there you go guys, the truck's all nice and clean now and ready to go out again. And I'm none the wiser to what the burning smell was, whether it was just the handbrake, because I had to adjust it so much. It could well have been, but it really did smell like burning electrical. But there you go, none the wiser. But I'm bringing this video to an end now. It was only going to be a short one, so if you've enjoyed it, make sure to give us a like, comment, and definitely share the video. I am trying to build the channel up, and we're going out again now to film you another episode, so I will see you on the next one.